There's one question about Hades that I don't think gets talked about nearly enough. Not who Skelly is, not what Charon's deal is, but who Zagreus was actually destined to become. Because think about it, we spend hours escaping the underworld, fixing family drama, and getting to know all these incredible characters. But after everything's said and done, the game never really answers one question. What was the point of all of this? Was Zagreus always supposed to take over for Hades one day? Or was his destiny something completely different? Let's get into it. The obvious answer is that Zagreus is just the heir to the underworld. He's Hades' son, so eventually he'd become king. Makes sense, right? Well, not really. If Hades wanted Zagreus to rule one day, you'd think he'd actually teach him how to do it. Instead, he spends the entire game trying to stop him. Every time Zagreus reaches the surface, Hades is waiting there to beat him back down. At first it feels like a stubborn father refusing to let his son leave home, but after enough runs, it starts to feel different. Hades isn't just fighting Zagreus, he's training him. Every failed escape makes Zagreus stronger, every weapon becomes second nature, every boss turns into another lesson. It's almost like Hades knows his son needs to become powerful enough to face anything. Then there's Nyx, and honestly, I think she's one of the biggest clues. In Greek mythology, Nyx isn't just another god, she's one of the oldest beings in existence. Even Zeus is said to respect, and in some stories, fear her. So when someone like that decides Zagreus is worth protecting, it probably isn't random. She hides the truth about Persephone, she guides Zagreus when nobody else will, and she always seems one step ahead, almost like she knows this whole journey has to happen. Then there's Chaos. Now Chaos doesn't exactly hand out compliments. They exist outside pretty much everything, and yet they take a weird interest in Zagreus almost immediately. Why? Well, think about who Zagreus actually is. He's the son of Hades, the god of the dead, and Persephone, who's connected to life, growth, and the changing seasons. He's literally caught between two opposite worlds, life and death, Olympus and the underworld. No other character really fits in both worlds the way Zagreus does, and maybe that's exactly the point. Stay with me here, because by the end of the game, Zagreus doesn't conquer anyone. He doesn't overthrow Hades. He doesn't join Olympus. Instead, he does something way harder. He brings people back together. He repairs his relationship with his father. He reunites Persephone with her family. He earns the respect of gods who barely speak to each other. Everywhere Zagreus goes, broken relationships start getting fixed. When you look at it that way, maybe he was never meant to become the next king of the underworld. Maybe he was meant to become something entirely new. A bridge. Someone who connects two worlds that have been divided for centuries. And honestly, when you think about the gameplay, that's kind of what we're doing the entire time. Every run we're accepting boons from rival gods. We're becoming friends with people who were once enemies. We're helping Achilles and Patroclus, Orpheus and Eurydice, Nyx and Chaos. The list just keeps going. The fighting might be what makes Hades fun, but bringing people together is what the game is really about. And Zagreus represents that better than anyone. Now, is any of this confirmed? No. Supergiant intentionally leaves Zagreus' future open to interpretation, and I actually think that makes the ending stronger. Maybe one day he does inherit the house. Maybe he stays exactly where he is. Or maybe his real legacy has nothing to do with ruling at all. Maybe his destiny was simply to break a cycle that everyone else thought could never change. To prove that even in a world where the fates seem to control everything, you can still choose your own path. And honestly, I think that's a much more interesting ending than just sitting on a throne. But that's just my theory. So let me know what you think. Who do you think Zagreus was really destined to become? Let me know in the comments. But anyways, have a good one. See ya.